This is the 8th darned time I've done this. I don't know. I don't think it's the capture card freezing. I don't know what's happening. The hyper did not help any when I tried to get my phone to work on here. Everything is a total wreck. And it's driving me nuts. It is driving me nuts. I have tried everything. This is I normally go with, greetings my little neon lights, 'tis I, midnight neon, or whatever I do.
Deke hasn't seen this many
This
times
thing
yet.
has pushed me to the limit today. I want to get a video out for you guys. I want things to be normal. And ever since I tried that stunt with the Hyper app that's on my phone in through the OBS, in order for me to put a little less pressure on the PC, the whole thing has been an utter, absolute nightmare. Because when I tried to remove the files that they had put in that didn't work, because the OBS was saying, oh, the hyperlink or whatever
Deke thinks you should be proud
was not
of all the
available,
potions
or
you've
it
brewed.
wasn't there, or it was in the wrong place, or so many different things. And and I know I've seen people use their hyper apps on their phone while hooked up to a PC, so that the PC was not having to work with the model and all that. And I know it can be done. I've seen others do it. I've literally followed their instructions to do anything except for drive me insane with trying to fix my computer and the OBS and everything else just to get to where I can play a game. And I finally start getting somewhere, and well, it just decides to freeze up. So when I try to reload remove the video capture device from the OBS and then reload it as a new thing, instead of refreshing it and starting over, no, it just gave me a blank old screen. Big old fat blank screen. And I'm just getting fed up with it. I wanted this to work. This is the 8th time I've tried to film this video. My Xbox is starting to overheat because I keep loading instead of just playing the game, so that I can keep some consistency with my gameplay. I'm just unbelievably frustrated with this. And of course my mic is acting up to the point it's not working, and now I have to use the webcam mic until I get a boom mic for the microphone that I have, so that I can get rid of the electrical interference field that's feedbacking into the mic. It is insane how difficult this has become just to film a video. I only got like 18 minutes in the last attempt, and failure, and now I'm ranting because I'm so frustrated with this. Something that should have been simple.
Professor Weasley will be too.
Has been insane. And yes, I used iTunes on my PC, signed in through iTunes.
Tells me she taught you
and keep in mind, I'm
so
burning
you
up
should be
my
ready
cell
for a more
phone data,
advanced
using it as a
levitation charm.
hotspot.
Wingardium Leviosa requires
So
a
now
bit
I'm
of
short on
concentration
data
and a nice,
that I had
graceful
planned on
wand
using
movement.
to
Let's
try
see you try your
using
hand
like
at
a
it.
lightning to HDMI in order to do
When
reaction
executed
vids.
correctly, you
So
should be
no,
able to
now
pick
I
up
can't even do
folders
that
as though
because
they
I
were
had to use up
sprigs
all
of
my
snow
data to
sport.
re-download OBS in order to fix the damage caused by hypers. I guess out of date plugins. I don't know what the whole deal is. I mean,
Well
I'm just at this point. I'm just
Feel
going to
free
use
to
it as I
practice
was using it
Wingardium
before, and it's a
Leviosa
shame
here in
because
the
I
greenhouse.
absolutely
I've set some credits
love
out.
the
Professor
hyper
Garlick,
models
a
and the
moment of your
hyper
time?
app
The
is
plants
so
are resting, so
friendly
now's
for
as good a
use.
time as any.
But in order to get it to work, I have to directly install it onto the PC rather than through my iPhone, which is how everyone else does it. Because then it would allow me to put my model, like, so then I could put like a full screen of the gameplay up and then just have my model instead of the background behind me, and have my model like on the corner like every other VTuber does. But I
was wondering, what made you want to teach herbology?
bonkers.
How lovely
And
of you
now
to
I'm
ask.
back to
I've
the
always
old
had
setup.
an affinity for greenery, so this situation is a
And
bit of a dream
when it
come
was
true.
Finally
After graduation,
working,
I was thrilled to be asked to step in for my old
Finally
herbology
working.
professor. He'd had a slight accident, you
it
see.
just
Oh, dear.
totally
A shame for
locks
him, but
up
it worked out well for you.
Well,
on Professor Big's
he never
face.
cared.
And all you
really
hear is
cared
the
for
voice
plants,
of the
and they
female
could
character
sense it.
talking.
Oh, you'd be surprised how
And I
perceptive a
thought
plant
about
can be.
using that
At
as
any
like
rate,
a
the trouble began one
bloopers
day
and
when he
goof
cut
reel,
into a
but
wigan tree.
it's not going to happen.
Unfortunately for him, its leaves were
I'm
hiding
too
a bow
angry with
truckle.
it,
You may
and it's
recall
just going to
the
be a
marvellous
reminder
creatures
of
that
a
resemble a
really
twig.
bad failure.
The little
That
beast
wasn't even
gouged
really
the
that
professor's
funny.
eyes quite fiercely.
So it's going to get deleted.
Terrifying, I'd imagine. Likely for the professor, too.
And
And I
that's when you took
apologize. I
over as
know
the
I'll
herbology professor.
probably sound weak
Well,
compared to
not
the gameplay
quite.
characters,
After
but
3 weeks at St. Mungo's, my
that's
predecessor
what you
regained
get for
a tiny bit of his
crappy
eyesight.
mic and
He
a crappy
insisted on
device.
returning to the greenhouse. Within a week, he claims by accident, kicked a Chinese chomping cabbage. So it was back to St. Mungo's for him.
What a string of bad luck.
Well, I felt
Trust me,
awful
he
for
had it
him, but
coming.
I dare say I felt a bit more sympathy for the cabbage. Upon his discharge from the hospital, his indifference to plants had
the
turned
last
to
time I
utter
tried to do
disdain.
anything useful
He lost what little patience he had left with a
for my
particularly
PC, because my
temperamental
PC
venomous
is
tentacula, and
outdated.
his resulting leave of
I was
absence
trying
continues
to
to this
find
day.
a way to upgrade it to Windows 11, and the hardware is non-compatible with the Windows 11. I'm stuck with a Windows 10, and they're going to do away with it October 14th. That was the official deadline they gave me.
I'm glad everything worked out as it did, and that you're the herbology professor now.
Very kind of you to say. I do love these gardens and helping my
So
students
unless
grow.
Microsoft is going to start handing out
Lovely
free
speaking with you.
computers
Have
that
a
are
wonderful
compatible
day.
and,
Oh, and remember,
completely
be kind to
required
your wigan
specific
trees.
hardwares that I need, which I highly doubt, my videos may become further and fewer in between. It's aggravating to no end. And you know what's funny about this is I have one of those stupid HP all-in-ones with like only 4 gigs of RAM, no graphics accelerations, just the standard integrated junk. And that thing can operate Windows 11. It's like, what the heck? Seriously, what the heck, man? Windows 11 works on a far outdated hunk of junk like that, but you can't. In this one, the hardware on this thing is so much newer and nicer that you can't. But you can't get it up to Windows 11. It's like, what the heck? It's just. It's not cool, man. Not cool at all. The whole world today just seemed to conspire against me. I just wanted to... I don't know. Earlier today, I wanted to do this, and instead, I didn't get to do it. And then... I spent all day on the road taking care of things that probably
was
could have waited
hoping
for a
to
day
see
or
you.
two. And
You're back.
Finally.
I'm
Minister
so
Spavin talks
tired,
more than he
but I
listens.
decided to go
Ranted
ahead
on
and
and
do
on
this
about
anyways.
rogue dragons.
So
Wouldn't listen to a word about goblins. Speaking of which,
Listen, Professor. So much happened while you were away. Eldritch Diggory's
I'm so
portrait
tired
in the
of this
common room
conversation.
told me
I've
about
heard
his
it, like,
great niece,
5
Helen.
times
his
already.
great niece.
Yes, she used to be an aura. Well, she took me to Azkaban to meet Anne Thisbe.
You went to Azkaban?
Quite an
Here we go. Here's the
experience,
moment
but
where it
you see,
locked
Anne
up
knew
last
Richard
time.
Jackdaw before he died. So I had to find his ghost.
Who on earth is Richard Jackdaw?
He was a student here long ago. Anyway, he told me about a secret cavern.
2,
I went there, and right next to Jackdaw's
1.
skeleton, I found the missing pages.
You found the pages?
I did.
Oh, it didn't
and because
lock up
Jackdaw had
this
followed the
time.
map they contained, when I found the pages, I found the location on the map. Believe it or not, it's a room below Hogwarts.
Why am I not surprised? Shall we?
I was hoping you'd say that. Oh, and we'll need to bring the book.
Anyway, I'm just frustrated and ranting.
The room is called the Map Chamber, by the way, and
But
a
I'm
portrait of
telling
Percival
you-
Rackham awaits us there.
This is
Professor
so
Rackham.
darn
I look
stupid.
forward to meeting him.
I'm going to try and get
How
like an
did this
hour's worth of
Jackdaw
playing
get
if I
the
can.
pages from the book?
I have spent 5
Evidently,
hours
Peeves stole
trying to
them,
fix this
and
mess.
Jackdaw stole them from him.
Oh, Peeves.
So I am not wasting any more time unless I absolutely have to.
To think it
Because
was beneath us all this
The
time.
CPU was hitting like 99% usage, while the GPU was barely covering anything. And it was because some of the settings were not right, they were off. What was going on was when I had to reinstall the OBS, it tried to use the previous configuration files and instead overrode them with the
This looks promising.
high-end setup with extremely high resolution. We're talking like 4K. You know, trying to stream while recording, which most PCs can do that if they have enough memory. This does not. I can only do recordings only or streaming only, but not both. And since I don't have an internet connection, streaming doesn't seem like a very viable idea until I can find a way to do both.
A map. There's Hogsmeade.
So I am just...
And over here, the Forbidden Forest.
I am
And,
frustrated,
of
and I
course,
just
Hogwarts. It's
cannot seem to
magnificent.
enjoy myself tonight. You know, I feel sorry for the Professor Fig character.
If only you were here to see this.
When he said, if only you were here to see this, he was referring to his wife, who Ranrock happened to murder.
Hello, Professor Rackham. We've placed the book on the pedestal, as you asked. And this is my mentor, Professor Fig.
How do you do, Professor Fig? And you, my young friend, see now why you needed to return with the book?
I do. I also see why you refer to this room as the Map Chamber.
That you have come this far tells me that you possess extraordinary magical ability, the potential and power of which will unlock should you prove yourself worthy. The location of each of 4 trials will, in time, appear on the map. Trials
Guess
that
I
will
was doing
test
what
you
they call
and give you
crashing
access to
out,
invaluable
ranting like a
knowledge.
lunatic.
Trials
Sorry, everybody.
that you must complete on your own. Do you recall the pensive memory you viewed in my
If it
vaulting
was just the
Gringotts?
microphone, I wouldn't have had a problem with it. But when everything else
You and your
went
friend
completely
Charles spoke of the
bluey on
portkey
me,
and of trials you'd created for one who
I
sees
just couldn't help
traces
it
of
at that
ancient
point.
magic.
I
Precisely. Charles is another of the keepers, a designation we gave ourselves centuries ago, in light of the knowledge that we have been bound to keep hidden. Until perhaps now.
So, The passage from your ruins to Gringotts, everything in the vault, the restricted section, finding this room, none of these was a trial.
They were an important part of the journey, but they were not trials themselves. The fact that you have come this far, however, bodes well. The trials were designed to ensure that the power and knowledge we have kept secret for so long does not fall into the wrong hands. They will test your abilities, both innate and learned. But of equal importance, everything you witness as you complete the trials will inform what you choose to do with all that we share. You will need patience. The trials have much to teach you. It will take time.
I'm afraid we don't have the luxury of time.
We have waited this long, Professor Fig. Surely a few more.
Respectfully, sir, while I do not know the secret you keep, I do know that our young friend here has seen traces of a powerful dark magic being wielded by goblin kind. And we encountered an uncommonly powerful goblin wielding such magic as we prepared to leave your vault at Gringotts. We may already be too late.
This is grave news indeed. Young friend, do you trust Professor Fig?
I do.
Then, in the light of your considerable skill and all you have already accomplished, we shall begin. You will find the location of the first trial marked on the map below you. Whilst Professor Fig may assist you in locating the trials, they may be completed only by one with our ability.
Yes. Our ability.
Shall we have a look?
Excuse me.
I know that tower. It's not far. You may have seen it yourself.
No, it's just picking up every little bit of sound and creating a staticky noise. Yay! This is the part where if I could, I would bunk my head on the screen, you know, like just yes, I believe I have.
It looks familiar. Perhaps your young friend is more well-traveled than you might think.
As your mentor, the least I can do is go ahead to make sure it is safe. Join me as soon as you can.
You said that you know that tower. What can you tell me about it?
Not much, I'm afraid. I've passed it dozens of times. It's north of Hogsmeade. My recollection is that it seems abandoned. Clearly, however, the tower conceals more than meets the eye.
I'll find you at the tower as soon as I can.
Until then, be careful, and do not tell anyone where you're going.
How would you like to learn
I
the
was,
Jinx Flipendo?
yeah,
Once
I
you've
was,
completed the necessary tasks, come and find me in
I
the
was actually
greenhouse.
just mouthing words without actually putting any voice to them. So, yeah, I was just, you know, I was having fun goofing around. Oh, goody. I need to go back to the room of, yeah, oh. Aha! I think this is where we learn Glacius at. Yep, that's what it is. Okay. So I need to go back to the room of requirement because I need some plants. And I have a broom, which means I can go and do what I got to do with Mist Tentacle, Chomping cabbage. I said comping. He's gonna comp your drinks for you. Free drinks through the cabbage. Edgeways, grass, Tiffany, mallow sweets. I don't even remember what ingredients I have because I've been so. There's a table full of those now. Oh, Felix Felices. Lace wings fly. Wait, lace wing flies and luxweed. We're going to brew some liquid luck. That's right, folks. Liquid luck in a bottle. Powerful stuff. Very useful. Gives you a full day of unbelievable good luck. But don't use it repeatedly. Too much good luck could end up badly. Using Levioso with Defendo is a good way to eliminate some froggy woggies. AK, I forgot what they're called. Oh well, we have some hopping pots. Let's put them to use, shall we? Can we change the color? Oh, we certainly can. I am going to take these little fellers here.
This many plants here before?
And I've decided we shall have them placed here. There we go. Oh, I'm out of moonstone. Huh? Well, we at least got 2 out of 3. I don't think I have anything I can sacrifice right now, so that means I'll just have to find some more. Focus potion. I'll need to get some more lacewing flies. I'll brew 2 more of those, but I'll come back for them later. You come back for them laters. Well, since I gotta use all 3 of those combat plants, means we'll be leaving Hogwarts. So let's go to Hogsmeade first. Visit our old friend, Augustus, Augustus Hill.
Come on in and have a look around. No touching if you have sticky fingers.
Come here, little miss. Come here. I'm done ranting like a loony. I'm done. I'm done, I promise. Yeah. I know, honey. I know. Ah, little lady. Mr. Hill has nothing I want.
I'd say that looks as if it was
I think we
made
already have
for
that,
you.
though. Well,
I
goodbye,
suspect you have a
Mr.
sharp
Hill.
eye
It
for fashion.
was a pleasure.
Be sure
I
to stop by
guess.
whenever you're about.
Meow. And yes, I just meowed at the cat, even though it couldn't hear me. World map. What is this? Oh yes, Madame Kagawa. Little miss, I know. Come here. This will be quicker if we just go to the Forbidden Forest. Find us some poachers to terrorize. Mandrake can be very useful. If you get overwhelmed with enemies, you can stall them from attacking you with it for a few seconds. And then throw out a venomous tentacula as a backup and a chomping cabbage. And oh goodness, they did not respawn. Okay, well, we don't necessarily need them. We can find others.
Abandoned long ago, no doubt.
Place like this, there's always others. AK a mongrel will work. Alright, it worked. Oh yeah, I know that path. We're not going that way yet. That's part of the main storyline anyways. I don't know why I'm flying when I can just fast travel. I know why. Because I'm so upset over everything, that's why. I mean, I can take a lot of stuff. A lot of name calling, a lot of yelling and whatnot, whatever people want to do or say. I can take a lot of it. But when something like this breaks down on me, that I take a little too personal. Because I work hard to keep this thing operational and to make videos for everybody. I really enjoy doing this. And
Perhaps a hybrid. Bouncing
it
tentacular.
just,
I finished the activities you
It
assigned me,
was-
Professor Garlic.
Wonderful. I hope you
have
gained
that
a
happen,
greater
to
appreciation
lose
for the
all of that.
flora in our lives. I am
I was
forever
in full-blown
enraptured by
panic
it.
mode.
Just yesterday, I spent hours pruning my self-fertilizing shrubs
But once
and
I get it
flutterby bushes.
stabilized and back up
Didn't
to
realise
where it
how long I'd
was,
been at it until the sun
not so
began
bad.
to set. Well, if there's one thing
Not
I love
so
to see more
bad.
than my plants thriving, it's one of my students
Okay,
doing
Professor
the same.
Garlic.
Now, ready to learn flipendo? Chin up, keep a
I am
light
going
grip,
to try
and it's all in the
go
wrist.
to the
Let's see you give it a
restroom.
go. You will want
The
to
little
focus
boy's
with
room.
this spell. Nothing as
Because-
mortifying as knocking back a colleague when all you wanted to do was move a few
Oh,
paws.
yeah, alright. We learned the spell Flipendo. Useful, that
Wonderfully
one.
done. If you'd like to practice a bit more, you're welcome to do so here in the greenhouse. Just let me leave the plants be.
Incendio.
This time, we're just gonna... cover you, disarm you, and burn you again. Okay. Alright,
Professor, I was wondering where you're from. What's your background?
Oh, how nice of you to ask.
I am
Well, let's
going
see.
to
I
go
grew up in London, right on the
to
Thames.
the restroom. And I will be back shortly. And no, you're not going with me. Because I have no devices that can leave with me, so you're stuck here. Okay, we're back. Sounds lovely.
That sounds lovely. All the sights and bustle of a city.
To some, yes. I used to dream of living in the country, but it wasn't until I came to Hogwarts that I felt truly at home.
Well, we're
Mind
thirsty,
you,
aren't we?
It did take some time, and whilst it is my fervent hope that each student eventually feels as at home here as I do,
Little Miss can calm me down
it is not
pretty good, I
always the
think.
case.
I suppose that makes sense.
Well,
She
we
just looks
each
at me
bloom
like, I need water,
differently, don't we?
I need food,
Some of us, like
pet me.
Devil's Snare, thrive in the shadows,
suddenly I'm
whilst
not so
others
grouchy
crave the
anymore.
attention of a bouncing bulb. And we each grow and thrive according to our own plan. Oh, I was
Anyway.
terribly nervous when I arrived at the castle. You see, as a child, I knew nothing of witches or wizards.
I've usually got
You can
the
imagine
patience of
how
a saint normally,
astonished I was to receive my letter from
but
Hogwarts.
lately,
I spent a good deal of time alone in either the greenhouse or the library, my first days
I
here.
don't know. This Friday was more like a Monday.
I'm sorry the other students weren't more friendly.
Oh, but I've given you the wrong impression. On the contrary, I was shown great kindness. In fact, a seventh year took me under her wing during those first days. She remains one of my dearest friends.
How fortunate.
I was indeed. I
Well,
dare
she's gonna
say
have some
you'll
water. I
find that
think
the
I'll have
friends
some.
you make here at Hogwarts will last a
Something to
lifetime.
drink as well.
I'd best get to my recent delivery from the Magic Neep. Mr. Teasdale promised me quite an assortment of seeds this week. Lovely to see you.
Yeah, this is going to be a short video tonight, I think. With all the difficulties we've had, I'm going to try and make it an hour. It may not be that way because I may have to do some editing because of my ranting. But, at any rate... At any rate... Okay. Hogwarts. I don't know why I hit that button. Now where we're going. Out to the flying class lawn. Out to the flying class lawn. Where everyone falls from flying too high. Phew. I thought we got these already, or was it? Oh no, I bet they put them in place because of Kagawa. Whee! Balloon number one. Two. Three.
Revelio.
And actually, that was probably balloon number one, and I totally missed it. Knew there was a second balloon over here somewhere. All right. Just my glasses. So I can quit tilting my head up towards the sky. You know, it's a shame we can't do like a barrel roll or like a loop-to-loop or something. Well, at least I haven't ever been able to, because, yes, you know, I try to pull back in order to pitch up higher, it slows the broom down. That's the thing about a loop-to-loop, you gotta maintain speed. You slow down, he's gonna fall down.
Revelio.
I knew that one was out here, but where did I miss the other one at? Where did I miss it? There it is, way over there. Oh boy.
Brilliant.
Now the rest of these, when I go to get these balloons, will be let's do a few Merlin trials before we head back.
Pleased to see Arn has his belongings back. Ranrock and his loyalists will think twice before trying.
Anyway, the rest of them should be all in a row
I know a
instead of
Merlin trial when I see one.
spaced out in random locations like that. I know just the spell we need for this one.
Confringo. Revelio.
Might not have been the right choice. It was not. Now the whole thing resets. Oh, it was right there beside me the whole time, and I totally space cadetted.
Confringo. That's that. Settled.
Here we are. I'll do about 3 more and we get the next reward, which is an increase in our inventory space. Space, the final place you wanna go. Space is so cold and harsh, you know. Actually, I wouldn't mind going into space. This planet's driving me loony anyways. Place to colonize a new world. Start a new life.
Revelio.
Be devoured by an angry space alien. We are. Only 2 more to go. Finally, I'm starting to relax a little. Starting to enjoy it. Ha 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 ha. Aha. Back into the air.
Revelio.
By golly gee whiz. What is this? Oh, yeah, I don't have a knapsack. I can't rescue them. Oh, and I'm a little low on these fellers, so let's go ahead and grab some. All those potions of Felix Felicis kind of exhausted my supply, and I need to make more focus potion. Ooh, I know which spell we need. Oh yeah, we gotta change those. Yeah, we'll put that one there. No, let's put that one there, that one there, that one there, and that one there. Okay. Until I learn Feast class,
Revelio.
things really not gonna make a difference. Okay, sweet.
Lumos.
The man with all the glowy butterflies said I needed to go there.
Lumos.
Oh, goodness. Huh.
Revelio.
Yo, I forgot that one that we needed to do, and I forgot where it was at. Oh, well, that's okay. Turns out, here's another one we can do. More ice cream flies here.
Revelio.
Hey, we did it. We did it! Yay! We did it, we did it, we did it, we did it. Oh, we did it. Yes, we did. Traveling across the icy, snowy plain to go and see your mother who claims we ran away. And we leveled up. We got another talent point. Into the spells. Acute Mastery. Where we can draw multiple enemies towards us. Like, that's actually not really a good thing, though, honestly. Okay, Hogwarts. We want to go back to Hogwarts. Hoggy, Hogwarts. Teach us something, please. Boo. Bum 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 bum, Mr. Sandman.
How did you get on with those tasks?
And I can't sing the whole song because I don't want to get in trouble. It's actually a nice song, but I think that's one of the prime errors of
Kugawa,
copyright.
I completed the list
we're
of
just not
tasks
going
you
to sing
assigned.
the. We're
Wonderful.
going to stop right where
I
we're
trust you became more familiar with your broom through the process.
at. Oh, hey, speaking of copyright, I just want to give you all a great big dose of knowledge. Oh, it's so funny. And this actually became aware to me through the TV show, the cartoon known as Teen Titans Go. Yes, that awful version of the Teen Titans that no one liked, but they kept playing anyways. So, yeah, that thing, they did an episode where it was Beast Boy's birthday, but when they went to sing him the happy birthday song, and yeah, I'm saying it incorrectly or weirdly, trust me. When they went to, you will catch the scene in which Robin tells the others they cannot sing the song. Do you know why? Because someone copyrighted and trademarked it. That's right, the song you sing your children for their birthdays. The song that people sing to you for your birthday. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. It's been copyrighted and trademarked by some greedy person or corporate entity, who knows. But when they went to sing that song for the show, they had to stop and redo that entire scene because they got sued for singing Happy Birthday. Yeah, that's right. Somebody actually sued them for that. Now, they never said who or why, but since they went back and removed the song and changed it, they got out of having to pay any penalties or fees as far as I know of. But, yeah, just something for you to look into there, huh?
Yes, Professor.
That's good to hear. Keep it up, and perhaps one day you'll have a spot on the Quidditch team.
Oh my
if
goodness.
Black ever
The
permits
Happy
Quidditch
Birthday
again.
song.
Well, with
Of all
those
the
tasks out of the way,
things
let us get started. Glacius,
It's like that lady out in that
pay
one...
attention to your wand work.
I can't remember what part of the country she was in, but she had copyrighted and trademarked the catchphrase "hun." I used to use that myself. I
Well
don't know
done.
if she
I'd
recopied
recommend that you practice your new spell here in my office
copyrighted
before
it
taking
again or
out
not.
into the
But
world.
the point was, it's stupid to do that because all you're really doing is making enemies out of everybody. It's the wrong spell set.
Confringo.
Glacius, there you go. Catching them quickly. I think it's learned its lesson, but do continue to practice as long as. Kinesthesia is a powerful learning tool.
Yeah, just something to think about. I mean, when people start copywriting words and catchphrases, there's a problem. I mean, unless you're like a comedian, you really don't need to do that. And I guess since the song, The Happy Birthday, is technically a song, someone singing it within, just say, a private birthday, like it's just the kids and maybe a few other people, there won't be any real issues or liability because it's just a private thing. You're not putting it out for public consumption. But the thing is, there's always going to be someone who's going to be like, oh, hey, this will make a great video. We can watch back and laugh at the kids when they were younger and all that sort of stuff. And then if they put it on, say, like Facebook or on some other social media platform, and someone reports this, well, next thing you know, they're getting blasted for singing that song. And they didn't do anything except for, sing a song to their kids. I mean, it's stupid. You're basically punishing children for being children and having an entertaining song. What, they're going to copyright, Ring Around the Rosie? Because that's a terrible song, given the history of how that came about. You should investigate into that too. I am full of history stuff, like the F-bomb word, that one that can get you canceled if you keep saying it too often. I know the history behind how that came about. It's quite interesting. But I'm not going to say it here because it requires me to say the word in order to give the history on it, so we're not going to say that word. It's a no-no word. But, yeah. Yeah. Oh my goodness. Gryffindor and Hufflepuff beaters. Did the Gryffindor drop the ball? Hey, wait a minute. I thought the bludger was supposed to be enchanted to fly. How can they drop the ball? Whatever, man. Whatever. Wait, what was I doing again? No assignments. Yes, we gotta go meet our dear professor. Do I want to fly there or fast travel? I think if we fly there, we can do a few more Merlin trials along the way. Oh, yeah, there's something I can do about that. Oh, yep, we need to collect a few of these things. There we go, and I saw some of these. Yep, we need more of those.
What a talk of romance. Last time I saw you with a rope was when you stuck your finger on one trying to hide a track of galleons.
There's something over here?
You can feed a beast, or it can feed you, if you get my meaning.
Yeah, well, sure enough there is, isn't there?
I heard something. You're the little sod that saved Treadwell.
Bees a poacher stalker while they're waiting their attack. Excuse you, sir.
Incendio!
Whoa.
A mere innocent.
Turned him to ice dust.
You dare slay one of my own? You will! Afraid to take back for more?
Maybe it's because I hit some stuff in
One less
between.
poacher in the wizarding world.
Should have more than enough moonstone by now to make that last hopping pot, or I don't know. I don't remember. Did we buy the materials crafting thing?
It's been ages since I found
I guess we'll find out when I go back, huh? Well, it's been almost an hour, folks. All the trouble I've had trying to get this, we're going to end it once I meet up with Professor Fig. Actually, if I've been there already, let's just fast travel. And then the Merlin trial, we could do it, but I just think it would be better just not to do it at this point, because I've been through quite the ringer just trying to get everything set back up. And I can't wait to get
guide. I'm most pleased
my
to be
mic
included.
fixed.
Over here.
You know what? I'm not changing clothes. I'm tired of changing clothes just to fit the situation. Or going as
We're not
is.
alone.
We are not.
School student who should be
Ranrock's
doing dangerous
loyalists.
things anyways.
Around a
because some
dozen I can see.
ancient,
But could be
dusty,
more.
forgotten
We have
professor
great paths
decided
into
that,
the
oh
tower.
gee, we
We
should just,
could,
to
but we've no
torture
idea
these
what's
poor
in the
kids to
tower.
death.
More importantly,
Just to
however,
prove that
I'd
they're
like
worthy
to know why
of
they're
finding
here.
this thing.
They've
the
set
thing
up
they should
camp
have
just ahead. I
hidden
suggest we
away
investigate
forever
a little
and never
before
made
doing
any
anything else.
attempt to
Let's go.
reveal it. Or maybe just better off
Well,
disposing
this
of it
isn't ideal.
completely.
No, it isn't. This
Man,
way.
Kagawa, you choose now. Resto Momentum. That is a pretty useful spell as well, but it's too
I'd
late. They
suggest we
technically
use the
already
disillusionment
started
charm
this.
here.
Wait,
No
Professor,
sense
slow
in
down.
announcing our arrival.
Yeesh. I would like to save, Professor.
Quickly now.
Great. He's in a big hurry, so we'll have to do... I'll have to do this part.
Stay hidden and come. Totalis. Well done.
There's no real choice in the matter. Whoop. Where did he come from?
There must be something here. Ramrock says so.
Through some barrels. Good night, sir.
There must be something here.
You? Good night, gentlemen.
Why am I always on patrol? It's a...
Let's get nice and close to each other. Gentlemen, I believe you've been had. Okay.
Revelio.
Alright, no. Gotta stop myself. I was about to
Orders. Directly
make the
from
noises
Ramrock.
to another trademarked song.
I will draw
Which
blood.
the person it used to belong to probably wouldn't have cared.
Rather unwise coming back this way.
There you are.
Expulso! I won't rest
Until you're dead.
Stop it!
Is that all you got there, little goblin man? Ooh, he turned to dust. Yeah, I forgot about that. It's kind of a key feature, I guess. Because I guess they figured kids would eventually play it. I mean, I know a lot of kids actually kind
Looks
of
like we
grew
found
up
the
with
entrance.
this game. Yeah, here we
It's
go.
locked.
We are...
An unlocking
Okay,
charm.
Professor. Get in
Very
here.
handy. No time now, but if you don't learn it soon enough, we can work on it back at the castle.
There's a rat.
I imagine these brooms have been enchanted for centuries.
Ooh, picking
Never
up
seen an
lots of
enchantment
goodies.
last this.
Welcome to San Bakar's Tower.
Now, this never made sense to me. Why would you lock this, knowing that most people are never going to come back here? And most of the treasure in there isn't even worth going through the trouble of coming back for. I'm just saying that was silly and pointless. Okay, now before we talk to good old Percival Rackham, this is where I call it an end. We're going to do a quick inventory check. Unidentified robe. And a very much identified school outfit. Okay, well, that being said, before something else goes wrong, there we go. Percival Rackham's personal trial here. Alright. So, I'm probably going to edit a few words out But yeah, you're going to catch most of that rant this episode, and I apologize for that. But yeah, this was a very difficult night. I was only able to get in maybe an hour. I normally would have preferred to have gotten in like 3 or 4 hours, because I mean the previous videos were obviously that long. Oh, the software was outdated with one another, and I mean, I did it exactly as they said to do it. I logged into the iTunes store on the PC. I logged into it on my phone. I logged into all my accounts just to try this, and for it to blow up so badly in my face. And I don't necessarily blame Hyper, because let's be honest, they're busy probably mass producing as much stuff as they can. I used to have I had no one. I know a lot of VTubers and artists have had training and are 3D artists and even 2D artists and doing all that, and then the rigging and all that stuff. Let me tell you, I've had very little experience at it. I have only once in my entire life ever made a 3D model, and it was like a little tank robot that where it was like an experiment to see just how far kids during my time, when I was a kid, how far we could get with making computer generated graphics and stuff. And I did not do very good. I didn't put any it could move around, but there was no motion in the little instead of using little feet, I used caterpillar treads like you would on a real tank. And there was no motion to it. They didn't move. There was no moving parts except for the cannon on the turret. And that was just the 3D wiring frame. That wasn't even, I didn't even do the graphics or any rendering other than just the wireframe and those, to be able to move it around and aim with it. That's it. That's all I was able to do with it. And that took me forever to accomplish. So I have to give Hyper absolute credit for designing their app and it actually working on PC, because it was not originally meant to work on PC anyways. It was supposed to be like an iPhone or an iPad app. So the fact that got it on a Windows PC through Steam, unfortunately, it's really awesome that they were able to do that. Because when I went looking, I was originally looking for VTube Studio, and that I still tried it. I tried VTube Studio. I adjusted the sensitivity. I adjusted, some of the rigging a little bit, and I got some improvement out of the eye blink. If I blinked both my eyes, see how I can blink both eyes, and then, they flutter like they're supposed to on this. Well, I could do that on the VTube Studio, but the mouth would get stuck open. And it'd be just like this. It'd be like... And then I would talk, and the mouth wouldn't move. It'd just stay stuck open. And then, and that, of course, that was before the mic quit on me. So, it's interesting. All of it's interesting. But, for some reason, no matter how much I calibrated or adjusted or increased or decreased sensitivities for certain things, it wasn't working. And then when I finally got it to a point where it was working, suddenly it started getting laggy and just slowed it way down to the point that it was almost non-responsive. I don't know if it's because my PC couldn't handle it, but I don't think that would be it, because the thing about VTube Studio is it uses live 2D models, which 2D means two-dimensional. And yeah, you can like turn your head a little bit and do that a little bit, and you can do like this number, or if and if you do all the proper tracking on it, you can do a few other things with it. But I don't know. I just, for some reason, I couldn't get it to work. And then when I figured out the problem with the OBS was it was going full blast, high end on everything. It's like, oh, I gotta crank that down. I gotta bring that back down. And so I did. And of course, I got lucky, because that let me go back to using the hyper model once I got that fixed. Which really, it wasn't damaged at all, because it was the model on my phone that didn't work. The model on the PC was saved and put in storage until I was trying to get that done. So I just simply had to switch back over to this one, and but no, I don't necessarily think it's Hyper's fault. I think because I know so many apps are going to start discontinuing updates for Windows 10, and it may just simply be that I'm outdated instead of being able to use like a Windows 11, because the PC I have is stuck in Windows 10, which it is a 64-bit mode. And it was odd that it kept saying that the hyperlink was like outdated or something, or was missing. And it's like, how can it be missing? I just literally installed it. And then it kept saying that it was like outdated. And it's like, it can't be outdated. They just, I just re-downloaded it brand new, fresh. So it's not like it was outdated. I think what it boils down to is everybody's going over to Windows 11, and I just simply am too old on this PC to keep going. And I wished I could go over to Windows 11, but like I said earlier, when I tried, it just kept saying there was issues with it. But I will pretty much always back Hyper. Because, I mean, look. My hair has physics. I wish and if I were to turn on, like, the hand tracking feature, believe it or not, the wings would have a little physics. Because I was playing with that one day just to see what it would do. And, it's actually a really, really good model. I was just frustrated in the beginning and ranting, and sometimes you kind of got to let off steam one way or another. And in my case, tonight was the night where I just, I guess it's what they call crashing out these days. In my days, when you say crash out, you were going to go take a nap. But in this case, it means to lose all self-control and go on to a ranting spree. for those who are older, like me. But enough about this babble. I will see you later, my little neon lights. So you all have a good night. And you all have a good day. And remember, always shine brightly, even in the dark.